For decades, Antonio Banderas has stood as one of cinema's most compelling figures, an actor whose presence carries an unmistakable blend of intensity, warmth, and authenticity. From the moment he appeared on screen, audiences sensed something rare, a performer capable of commanding attention not through excess, but through conviction. Whether portraying fearless heroes, charming rogues, or deeply conflicted characters, Banderas has consistently infused his roles with emotional truth. His journey from early work in Spain to international recognition is not merely a story of success, but one of persistence, courage, and devotion to craft. Over time, his performances have grown richer, layered with experience and insight, allowing generations of viewers to grow alongside him, finding pieces of themselves reflected in his work. Early roots and the fire of creative ambition. Antonio Banderas' beginnings in Spain laid the foundation for a career driven by curiosity and artistic hunger. Trained in theater and shaped by collaboration with visionary filmmakers, he learned early that acting was not about fame, but about exploration. These formative years instilled discipline, humility, and an understanding of storytelling as a shared human experience. Long before Hollywood took notice, Banderas was already refining his voice as an artist, embracing vulnerability and emotional risk. That willingness to immerse himself fully in each role would become one of his defining traits, setting him apart in an industry often drawn to surface-level appeal. Crossing borders and redefining possibility. When Banderas transitioned into international cinema, he did more than expand his career. He helped reshape perceptions. As one of the first Spanish actors to achieve sustained success in Hollywood, he navigated cultural and linguistic barriers with determination and grace. Rather than conforming, he brought his identity with him, allowing authenticity to guide his choices. His performances carried a sense of lived experience, lending credibility to characters that might otherwise have felt archetypal. In doing so, he opened doors for other actors and demonstrated that global storytelling thrives on diversity, not dilution. Iconic roles and the power of versatility, from action-packed adventures to intimate dramas, Antonio Banderas has never allowed himself to be confined to a single genre. His portrayal of charismatic heroes captured imaginations worldwide, while quieter, character-driven performances revealed his depth and sensitivity. This versatility is not accidental. It reflects a lifelong commitment to growth and challenge. Banderas has often chosen roles that demand transformation, inviting audiences into emotional landscapes shaped by struggle, desire, and resilience. Each performance feels intentional, grounded in respect for both character and viewer. The voice, the eyes, the unspoken language. Part of what makes Banderas unforgettable is his ability to communicate beyond words. His voice, distinctive, textured, expressive, carries emotion even in silence. His eyes convey introspection, longing, humor, and resolve, often revealing more than dialogue ever could. These qualities allow him to connect with audiences on a deeply human level, creating moments that linger long after the film ends. It is this subtle mastery, this command of unspoken language, that elevates his work from performance to presence. Fame and the weight of visibility. With international recognition came visibility, expectation, and pressure. Fame can amplify success, but it also magnifies scrutiny. For Banderas, navigating public life required balance, protecting his inner world while remaining open and engaged. Over time, he learned that longevity in the spotlight depends not on constant motion, but on thoughtful pacing. His career reflects a gradual shift from external validation to internal alignment, a recognition that fulfillment comes not only from achievement, but from meaning. Reflection as a natural evolution. As artists mature, reflection becomes an essential companion to ambition. In recent years, Banderas has spoken openly about gratitude, perspective, and the importance of living intentionally. These reflections are not signs of retreat, but of evolution. Experience has taught him that creativity deepens when it is nourished by awareness and care. Like many who have devoted their lives to their craft, he has reached a stage where listening to one's body, to one's heart, to one's values becomes as important as striving. Health, awareness, and self-care. At various points in his life, Antonio Banderas has acknowledged moments that prompted him to reassess priorities and embrace a healthier, more mindful approach to living. These experiences, shared publicly with honesty and calm, have emphasized the importance of self-care without alarm or drama. Rather than framing health as an obstacle, he has approached it as a guide, an invitation to slow down, recalibrate, and honor the body that has supported decades of creative work. This perspective resonates deeply in a culture that often equates strength with constant output. Choosing balance over exhaustion. The demands of filmmaking, long hours, travel, physical intensity, can take a toll even on the most resilient individuals. Banderas' response has been thoughtful selectivity. He continues to work, but with intention, choosing projects that inspire rather than deplete. This shift reflects wisdom earned through experience, a recognition that sustainability matters more than speed. By embracing balance, he demonstrates that dedication to art does not require self-sacrifice, but self-respect. Relationships that anchor life. Behind every enduring career lies a network of relationships that provide grounding and meaning. Friends, family, collaborators, and mentors have played an essential role in Banderas' journey. In moments of reflection, he has expressed deep appreciation for these connections, recognizing that success is never solitary. The warmth audiences sense in his performances mirrors the care he extends to those around him, a quiet acknowledgement that relationships are the true measure of a life well lived. Gratitude as a guiding principle. Gratitude has become a central theme in Banderas' outlook. Gratitude for opportunities, for challenges, for growth, and for the privilege of storytelling. This mindset infuses his work with humility and sincerity, reminding audiences that even the most celebrated figures remain human at their core. His willingness to express appreciation to colleagues, fans, and collaborators creates a legacy defined not only by talent, but by generosity of spirit. Legacy beyond accolades. Awards and recognition may mark milestones in Antonio Banderas' career, but they only tell a small part of a much larger story. His true legacy lives in the emotional imprint his performances leave behind, in the way his characters linger in memory long after the screen fades to black. Over the years, he has inspired not only audiences, but also generations of emerging artists who see in his journey a model of dedication, courage, and creative integrity. His work has bridged cultures and languages, reminding viewers that storytelling is a universal language rooted in emotion and empathy. This influence cannot be measured by trophies or box office figures. It exists in the quiet moments when a performance resonates deeply, offering connection, understanding, and a broader perspective on the human experience. The human connection with audiences. Audiences have long sensed that Antonio Banderas brings more than technical skill to his performances. He brings presence. There is a sincerity in his work that makes viewers feel acknowledged, as though he is sharing something personal rather than merely performing a role. Across decades, fans have grown up alongside his films, associating them with formative memories, life transitions, and emotional milestones. This bond transcends language, geography, and time, rooted instead in shared feeling and mutual respect. It is this deeply human connection that explains why his work continues to resonate across generations, drawing new audiences while remaining meaningful to those who have followed his journey from the beginning. Strength redefined through awareness. Strength, as Antonio Banderas' life and career illustrate, is not a fixed concept, but one that evolves with experience. In earlier years, strength may have been defined by endurance and relentless drive, by the ability to push forward regardless of cost. Over time, however, it has come to reflect awareness, adaptability, and compassion, particularly toward oneself. Banderas embodies this evolution, demonstrating that resilience includes knowing when to pause, reflect, and change direction. By embracing this broader and more humane definition of strength, he offers a powerful example to anyone navigating demanding personal or professional paths, reminding us that wisdom often lies in listening rather than resisting. Creativity that endures. Despite shifts in pace and perspective, Antonio Banderas' creative spirit remains unmistakably alive. His passion for storytelling has not faded with time. Instead, it has matured, shaped by experience and thoughtful engagement with his craft. He continues to seek projects that offer emotional depth and authenticity, valuing meaning over momentum. For Banderas, creativity is not a race to remain visible, but a lifelong conversation, one that adapts to different stages of life, while remaining rooted in curiosity and truth. This enduring commitment to artistic expression reflects a deep respect for the craft itself and for the audiences who engage with it. Inspiration beyond the screen. Antonio Banderas' influence reaches far beyond cinema, extending into the realm of lived example. His journey speaks to the importance of perseverance, balance with humility, ambition, tempered by self-reflection. Through his choices and public reflections, he encourages others to pursue their passions without losing sight of well-being or personal values. By sharing his experiences openly and responsibly, he contributes to a broader cultural conversation about what it means to live fully and honestly. His example reminds us that success is not solely about achievement, but about alignment between purpose, integrity, and care for oneself and others. Hope grounded in reality. Hope, in its most enduring form, does not rely on denial or illusion. It is grounded in acceptance and intention. Antonio Banderas' story reflects this kind of hope, a belief in continued growth, meaningful contribution, and personal fulfillment, even as circumstances change. His outlook reassures audiences that life's chapters do not lose value as they evolve, but instead offer new forms of richness and understanding. This grounded optimism resonates deeply in a world often obsessed with permanence, reminding us that transformation can be a source of strength rather than loss, a career that continues to evolve. Rather than viewing his career as something approaching an endpoint, Antonio Banderas approaches it as an evolving journey. Each phase brings new opportunities for exploration, learning, and expression. Whether acting, mentoring, or engaging in creative pursuits beyond the screen, he remains curious and open to growth. This adaptability ensures that his work remains relevant and emotionally resonant, reflecting a willingness to evolve rather than repeat. It is a mindset that honors both past achievements and future possibilities, allowing his career to remain deeply human and alive. The quiet power of authenticity. Authenticity has always been central to Antonio Banderas' appeal. It is evident not only in his performances, but also in the way he speaks about his life, his work, and his values. By remaining true to himself, he has built a career that feels cohesive and sincere rather than calculated. In an industry often driven by image and expectation, his authenticity stands as a quiet but powerful force. It fosters trust, deepens connection, and reinforces the sense that what audiences see on screen is grounded in genuine experience and emotion. Community, support, and shared humanity. The support Antonio Banderas receives from audiences around the world reflects more than admiration. It reflects shared humanity. People recognize in him the same vulnerabilities, hopes, and questions that shape their own lives. This collective connection highlights the role of art in bringing people together, fostering empathy across cultures and experiences. Through his work and public presence, Banderas has helped create a sense of community that transcends borders, reminding us that storytelling has the power to unite people through shared emotion and understanding. Looking forward with intention. As Antonio Banderas looks ahead, he does so with intention rather than expectation. The future remains open, shaped by choice, curiosity, and care rather than pressure or obligation. Whatever paths he chooses, creative, personal, or reflective, the values that have guided him throughout his life will continue to define his journey. His story serves as a reminder that fulfillment is not found in constant motion, but in purposeful movement, guided by awareness and meaning. A life marked by meaning. Ultimately, Antonio Banderas' life and career reflect a commitment to meaning over spectacle. Through decades of work, he has demonstrated that success rooted in authenticity endures far beyond fleeting trends. His journey reassures us that creativity can evolve gracefully, that reflection enriches ambition, and that a life lived with awareness leaves a lasting imprint. It is a testament to the idea that depth, sincerity, and intention create legacies that time cannot erode. Conclusion: enduring grace and resonance. Antonio Banderas stands as a testament to the power of dedication, humanity, and artistic courage. His performances have entertained, inspired, and moved millions, while his reflections offer wisdom shaped by lived experience. As audiences continue to celebrate his contributions, they do so not only for the characters he has portrayed, but for the integrity, warmth, and authenticity he brings to his craft and his life. His legacy is not defined by any single moment, but by a lifetime of meaningful expression, an enduring presence that will continue to resonate across screens, stories, and hearts for generations to come.